this a problem or is this a proof? It's a problem. It says HaKadosh Baruch Hu Yidei Kereisos, that God knows the estimations. Alma Di'isbu Hechra. That means that there is estimations in here. Ella Amar Rav Yehuda Dekinam and Bais Ma'isi Machtzisa Dechamish Meis. Why do you bring it half of it, a half of 500? Chamisha Masayim B'chadzimna, Chamisha Masayim B'chadzimna. Even the Kulo Heimeis Havia, Naisi Heimeis B'vasachas. Since the whole thing is 500, just bring 500. Why do you have to bring two halves of 250? It must be that there is a little bit of a difference, because every time you measure it, you add a little bit more. And God knows the estimations. So then, my bad bavad, then what does it mean exact? This means that you don't measure the first spice to 500. Then the next spice, you don't use your weights anymore because you already know that was 500. You take the weights off the balance and you put another spice on it. So each time you're measuring, not with weights, you're measuring from what you just measured. Because I just measured this was 500. And now I'm measuring the next thing off that. It's sort of like, if I had to cut paper or something, I would just cut my first paper and then I would put it next to the next one, and each one I would just move it down. But I'm moving off my ruler. Each one, I don't know how far it's going to get off from the original ruler. So it's saying that bad bavad means that you have to use your original measuring the whole time. That's one interpretation here. Let's leave that. Taner Rabbanan. It's taught in a Bais. Shemen HaMishcha Shasa Moshe B'Midbar. The Shemen HaMishcha, original anointing oil that Moshe made, V'shalka Yikrin, Div Rabbi Yehuda. You have to soak the roots in the oil. Maybe it means the spices of the roots oil. Amalei Rabbi Yosi. Rabbi Yosi responds to Rabbi Yehuda. These are Rabbi Yosi and Rabbi Yehuda Tanaim. It's Rabbi Yosi and Rabbi Yehuda. So they say, Rabbi Yosi responds, you don't have enough oil there. You had 2,000 shkalim, not 2,000, 1,750 shkalim, 1,750 shkalim, that's weight of the spices, and you have a little bit of oil, 12 lug of oil, you're going to put it on it. It's going to get absorbed into it. You won't even be able to find the oil afterwards. Kereisos, so what do? Hevi ikram, you bring these spices, these roots, v'shalkam b'mayim, and you soak them in water. And then once they're already absorbed with water, then v'hitzif aleim shemen hamishcha v'kal desreicha v'kipchei. Then you put on it the oil, and then you let it absorb the scent, and then you wipe it off. Amalei Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Yehuda says, I get what you're doing. However, v'chineis echad nasa b'shemen hamishcha. Is there only one miracle with the shemen hamishcha? L'nisam harbi nasa bay. There are many miracles. You're like trying to rationalize one aspect of this thing that was totally miraculous. Mitchilas of say from beginning 10. Yud Bais lug. At the beginning, we only had 12 lug of oil. By Nimshach, from it we anointed. It was anointed the Mishkan, the Kelav, the Mishkan, the utensils, Aaron Abanav, Aaron and his sons, Kol Shivas Hamilum, each one of the days of Nimshchu Kainim Gedalim. All the Kainim were anointed with this, the Malachim and the kings. V'kula Kayim Lasalavi, and it remains intact until Mashiach comes. This holy anointing oil will be for me for all generations. And Zeh b'gematria Yud Beis Lugan Havin. And Zeh is the gematria of 12. That it's 12 Lugan. Taner Rabbanan, it was taught in the Bais of Yikach Moshe Shemen HaMishcha v'yimshach HaMishkan. Moshe took the anointing oil and he anoints the tabernacle. Rabbi Yehuda Shemen HaMishcha Shasa Moshe b'Midbar Harbi Nisim Nasabay. There are many miracles that happened with Mitchilas of say from beginning to the end.
This went on to red.
It's red is good, I think. Tchilas Yud Beis Lugan. The beginning was only 12 Lugan. Kama Yeris Belas. How much? Kama Yeris Belas. How much does the vat absorb? Kama Ikran Bailan. How much does the roots absorb? Kamar Sairif, how much gets evaporated? By Nimshach, and from it was anointed Mishkan V'Kelev Aaron Abanav Kol Zaynim Meluim Aaron and his sons and the Mishkan and the utensils were anointed all 7 days. And from it anointed the Kayanim and the kings. Even a son of a Kayan Gadol that's becoming the Kayan Gadol also needs to be anointed. However, but you don't anoint the son of a king. His father was anointed and he's becoming king, that's fine. Are you going to ask? We have precedent that that's not so. Why did they anoint Shlomo? His father was a king, David. Because there was a machlekes. To determine who was the king. If there's a machlekes, it's different. Why did they anoint Yehoyash? It says that's Mipnei Atalia, because of his grandmother, Atalia. She was trying to take the throne. There's a machlekes. Why did they anoint Yehoyachas? Because they were anointing him before his brother, who was Shayagadol Me'achav Shtei Shanim, that was older than the younger brother by 2 years, and they were anointing the younger brother. Okay. Amar Mar. We'll go through all the stories here.
They only had one jar of the Shema and Mishka, or we saved one jar?
No, there's one jar, and it lasts intact.
Two gallons, but it's about 2 gallons, but there was more, so to speak, made over the years.
No, that's what I'm asking.
No, this is it.
Explains it that there was much more than what we think.
I mean,
the Gemara is telling us that it was a miracle, that it doesn't get used up.
Yeah. So not that they made more, but it was a miracle. But the first time was called Lugn, is 1 or 2. It says here 1 or 2 gallons.
This is like mashke in a guy's house that doesn't drink. Just sits there since his wedding.
Keeps all the water.
Come on now.
Okay. Amar Mar. It was taught. I feel a Kain Gadol ben Kain Gadol. Even the Kain Gadol, the son of a Kain Gadol, Tan Mashiach, requires anointing. Minala, and how do you know that? It says, Vakayin HaMashiach tachtav mibanav, or mibanav tachtav, I think it says. The Kayin that's anointed from his sons in his place. That's pretty clear that he gets anointed. Neimakra Vakayin shetachtav mibanav, Mai HaMashiach. Why does he have to say anointed? That even from his sons, the one that gets anointed is a Kain Gadol, but if he's not anointed, he's not a Kain Gadol. Amar Mar. He said, Ein Meishchen Melech ben Melech. You don't anoint this king, the son of a king. Minolan, how do you know this? Amar Rav Acha bar Yaakov, it says in the Torah, Tiksiv, so that he should lengthen his days on his kingdom, him and his sons. That means Yerushahi, that means it's inheritance. You don't need to anoint him. Why was Shlomo anointed if he's the son of David? It says because Adoniah, his brother, said, "Ano Amlech," right? Adoniah wanted to be the king, and he had all the people following him, and they made a big party, and then that's when Bathsheba and Nasan got together, and they came into David, and they complained. So, Minolan the Chiyasa Machlekes by Mashiach. How do we know that if there's Machlekes, we need Mashiach? You need to be anointed. Like called the boy Malchus, Malka, Mersle Malchusa, and not whoever becomes the king becomes the king. Amar Rav Papa Makra Bekerev Yisrael, amongst the Jewish people, it says in the pasuk. Bisman Sheshalom Yisrael. That's when he becomes king. Otherwise, he needs to be anointed. Tana af Yehu ben Nimshi le Nimshach al pnei Machlekes Yerim ben Achav. Yehu, the son of Nimshi, was also only Nimshach because of Yerim, the son of Achav. Amai. Now the problem is Yehu ben Nimshi was the first king in the family. His father wasn't the king. It says why do you have to say because of the Machlekes? Typically the Melech Rishonu. Just say that he was a king the first time. The Gemara says Chsuri Mechsra. The Bais is missing words. V'hachiktani, you have to teach it like this. Malchi, Beis David Moishchen. Kings from the house of David get anointed. Malchi Yisrael and Moishchen. Kings from the house of Israel, the north, don't get anointed. Vim Taimar Mipnei Mamashku Yehu ben Nimshi. So then why did they anoint Yehu? He was from Yisrael. Mipnei Machlekes Yerim ben Achav, because there was a conflict between Yerim and ben Achav, and that's why they anointed him. Amar Mar, but Master Torah, Malchi Beis David Moishchen and Malchi Yisrael Moishchen, that you only anoint from David, not from Yisrael. Minal, and where do you know that from? The Ksiv, it says, Kum Mashcheu Kizehu Zeton Mashiach ve'inacheton Mashiach. Come, anoint him because this is him. He gets anointed. Others don't get anointed. This is referring to David, but there's a discussion here. What happened with Shaul? Amar Mar. We learned before. Machlekes Yoram. Mishum Machlekes Yoram ben Achav Nimal b'Shem Amishcha. We said we anointed Yehu because of Yoram. Yehu was from Israel. Now we have a problem. You're not supposed to use the Shemen HaMishcha for Israel. It's only supposed to be used for David and his descendants, or Malchi bes David. So we say Kedamar of Papa Ba'afarsama Dachya, Hachanami Ba'afarsama Dachya. It wasn't the original Shemen HaMishcha. They anointed him, yes, but it wasn't the anointing oil. They used a farsamin. Is that balsam? What is that? Balsam. I had a teacher in 4th grade, Rabbi Balsam, and I think we came along something like this. He was very proud to tell us that this is the translation. I don't remember the Hebrew, but I remember the teacher. Okay. Yayachas was anointed also because of Yayakim, because Yayakim was older than him 2 years. The Gemara asks, Mikashish, was he really older? V'haksiv, it says, B'nei Yoshia. Here's the sons of Yoshia. Habachar is Yochanan. The firstborn was Yochanan. Now, we're going to see his name wasn't really Yochanan. His name was Yahayachas. That's what we're going to see. Basheni is Yayakim. The second one is Yayakim. That means Yayakim sounds younger. Bashlishi is Tzidkio. The third is Tzidkio. Ba'arvi is Shalom. And the fourth is Shalom. We're going to see that those are actually combined. Va'amar Rabbi Yochanan. Rabbi Yochanan says, Yochanan hu Yayachas. You have to add in the word Yochanan. Rabbi Yochanan says regarding the first son, his name is Yochanan, that he's really Yayachas. And he also says Tzidkio hu Shalom. That Tzidkio is Shalom. We're going to discuss how do you read the pasuk, because you just listed 4 people. And, okay, the first one we didn't give the name for, but the last 2 makes it only 3.
They put in 2 commas.
We'll see, but the problem is there's a number there. It says, Ela li'aylam Yayakim kashish. Really, Yayakim is older. But my karle b'char. So why do we say the firstborn is Yochanan, and we say he's younger, and he's Yayachaz? Shehu b'char l'malchus. He's the first one to be the king. Omi makminan zutakami kashisha. So why did we put the younger one before the older one? V'ksiv v'samalcha v'hamamlacha nasan li'yahiram kiyu b'char. The kingdom was given to Yehoram, he's the firstborn. It says no. He is taking his father's place in righteousness. And that's why. Let's go a little further, because I don't want to do this again. Amar Mar, Master taught who Shalom and Tzidkiah. Shalom and Tzidkiah is the same person. The problem is, but it itemizes it. My karle shlishi. Well, so why does it call it the third? Because he is the third. My karle revi, so why is he called the fourth? Because he's the 4th king. Why? Because Yechanya, who's Yoyakim's son, that means his nephew, brother, nephew, and then him means he was the 4th in the family. He was the 4th. Who Shalom Tzidkiah? Shalom is Tzidkiah. Why is he called Shalom if it's the same person? Shalom b'maisav. His actions were perfect. Davar acher, another pshat. Shalom Malchus based David biyamav, because he concluded the kingdom of David. That's the end of the first temple. Mashmai, what was his real name? Masnia Shmai. His name was Masnia. Shnema v'yimlachis Masnia doidei tacht of his uncle. Masnia ruled under him. That was after Yechanya. By Yasif Shmai Tzidkiah, and his name was Tzidkiah. The Amar Lai, he said, Ka yatzdik alecha sadin im timrid. This is Nebuchadnezzar saying that God would exact judgment on you if you rebel. Shenemar biyaviu babala, that he was brought to Bavel. Ksivagam b'melech Nebuchadnezzar melech Bavel marad asher shpiu belikim, and even he rebelled even against Nebuchadnezzar. The Gemara asks, so we have a. Should we stop over here? It's going to get easier. We'll stop there. Till me have a Shemen HaMishcha. Right in the middle. Okay.
You're blocking a little bit behind.
Yeah.
See, yes.